Hey there, South Plains. Amanda McAfee with Lubbock Area United Way. Today I am joined by Nathan Baie. He is the Executive Director for the South Plains Council of the Boy Scouts. And they do a lot of programming, work with a lot of kids throughout the South Plains area, including offering several programs at free, no cost with several of our community partners so that they're making sure that they're bringing scouting to areas that might not normally get the opportunity to participate in things like the Boy Scouts. So we're very excited to have Nathan here with us today. So let's just dive right in. Nathan, hi, how are you?
Very well. Thank you for talking with me today, and nice to visit, albeit virtually, but I'm comfortable here in my backyard at home.
Hey, it looks like a great place to be hanging out while the weather's a little bit cooler today. So I'm glad to have you here, Nathan. Hey, Nathan, when we think about Boy Scouts, when we think about scouting, we think about troops being together and meeting in churches and community centers and doing stuff together. And that's not what's been happening for you guys for the last couple of months. So tell us a little bit about how scouting has changed and what things have looked like during the pandemic.
We have definitely had to adjust to a new normal, and I am very pleased to share that our youth members in particular, but our parent volunteers as well, have been, resilient through all this and creative in ways to stay connected. And so we have had virtual programming going on for the last few months, and Monday evenings and Tuesday evenings have always traditionally been scouting nights in Lubbock, and it was neat to hear and see that schedule continued. It just went to scout meetings via Zoom and other virtual platforms. And while it's not the same, at least it gave an opportunity for our volunteer leaders and parents to stay connected, and certainly for our youth members as well to still be able to see their friends once a week.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that I kept seeing you guys online talking about virtual this coming up, virtual that. I think there was even with the national organization, a camp out with Steven Spielberg at one point, wasn't there? Or some movie director. I can't remember who it was.
Yes. We had a national camp in the first part of May, and it was awesome. I didn't actually see the final numbers, but literally thousands of scouts around the country that participated in, working on badges and hearing from an astronaut and a movie producer. And we did a 5K run walk that day, which you were able to, print off your bib and wear it in your neighborhood. And, we took pictures and sent them back in, and opportunities for community service. And I am pleased to share that nationwide, we collected over $100,000 that went to Feeding America to help with, food around the country. And I know that some of those dollars made their way back to Lubbock as well. So definitely something to be impressed with.
That's so fantastic, Nathan. So when we think about you guys in summer is a big time for the Boy Scouts usually. A lot of camps going on, a lot of outdoor exploring. I know that's changed a little bit for you guys, and you're kind of waiting to see how the country opens up and when things open up. So talk a little bit about what summer is going to look like, or what y'all think summer is going to look like anyway.
I went back in the archives and resurrected an old phrase that we used in scouting years ago, and that was to put the outing back in scouting. So I'm pleased to share that, really right around the 1st of June, in accordance with the new guidelines from Governor Abbott, we were able to resume some in-person scout meetings. And I visited several on Monday night in different parks around the city, and our leaders were doing a great job with social distancing and finding activities for the scouts to do. And making hot dogs and just kind of really getting reacquainted. And we're looking forward to offering a program to our scouts down at Camp Post in July. So we feel that we can safely offer an outdoor experience so that our scouts and families can just get back out, right? And just as businesses are reopening and sports teams need to get together and start practicing, we need to get our scouts back together because it's just, there hasn't been that same sense of energy and excitement that we're so used to. So we're looking forward to being able to offer a one-day program for our Cub Scouts, our younger scouts and their families, and then a week-long experience, which is what we traditionally offer for our scouts. And we're excited. We feel like certainly in another month, things will be even, more open than they are today. But we think that outdoor activities we can certainly offer safely and still practice, social distancing and sanitation and all those types of things. But we want to get our scouts hiking and swimming and biking and, shooting archery and just all those great outdoor adventures.
I'm ready to do a lot of those things too, Nathan. Maybe not the archery part. I'm not sure that would go very well for me, but definitely the hiking and swimming and all of those things. So Nathan, I think one of those things that people may not realize about Boy Scouts and the scouting program is that really all these reasons that you're putting the outing back into scouting, that you do all of the badges, that everything that you guys do is designed to teach those kids that are involved in scouting about how to really be good citizens when they grow up to be adults, how they can be good leaders, how they can be community service minded, how they can really know and understand what it means to be a citizen in their city, but also I think a citizen in our nation. And I think there's probably a lot of lessons. I know with my own kids, I think about, what will they tell their kids about this period of their existence when they're adults? What will they, if they become teachers or any kids that they're around, what will they tell the younger generations that will come after them about this point? So what are you guys hoping that those kids that are involved in scouting, what are you hoping they take away from this and learn with this? What are y'all trying to teach them during this period?
That's a tough question. Our organization is founded on, citizenship and personal fitness and, duty to God and leadership and, service to others, all those types of things. And we use the outdoors as, the classroom typically. So it has been a challenge to still accomplish, some of those things. And our badges that we refer to, there's over 130, and those are life skills, right? Those are things that young people can try and learn new skills, but also learn, some very basic things, cooking and science skills and how to, definitely the leadership development. And, in addition to all of us having to stay home, there's been all kinds of other, challenges in our society. And so I hope that our scouts will, share the lessons that we teach in the program about, just, how to get along with others and how to, treat people the right way and how to, give a hand to those in need and all those types of things. But I know that those principles exist in our program and we see it in our scouts when we have a chance to interact with them. And so I certainly hope that they'll rely on their scouting skills as they as they do, grow up and move forward and become the good leaders that we hope they will be. And the stories about this period in their life, it's hard to say how everybody will remember it differently. It's certainly been challenging, but organizations like Scouting and other, I think we did provide an opportunity for parents to interact with their kids at home, right? And we've heard from parents that once they finish the schoolwork that they weren't used to having to do, they could also, find a fun scouting activity to work on. So we were pleased to be able to share those resources.
Well, I think that's what we all hope for our kids, and that they come out of this, and hopefully those kids that are involved in scouting have had a little bit more opportunity to gain some resources. But leadership and understanding our community and understanding equity in our community, and then the communities that they will live in after this, and understand how to what it really means to be a good citizen in so many different ways that we're all learning right now. So, Nathan, parents are listening to this out there, caregivers are listening to this out there. They're thinking, I think I might like to get my kids enrolled in scouting. What do they need to do?
So we have a scouting program that serves boys and girls beginning in kindergarten and going all the way up through the high school years. And our Cub Scout program is for boys and girls kindergarten through 5th grade. And our Scouts BSA program is for boys and girls that are 11 through high school. And while we traditionally do our recruiting in alignment with the school calendar, so September is usually the big push every year, but our doors are open year round, and they can find information at our website, southplainscouncil.org, or give our office a call, 747-2631. And scouting is open and available to anyone that wants to join, year round. And things are just now starting to, get kicked off again. And we will plan to do our normal, I don't know if I can use that word normal, but plan to do a big recruiting push when school starts again. But summer is a good time to get involved as well, because that's when more outdoor activities take place. And we do have opportunities for financial assistance. We never want money to be a barrier to participating in our program. And you mentioned earlier some of our partnerships with other organizations, and we're looking forward to being able to resume some of that again as school starts as well, because unfortunately during the time that we were at home, we didn't get to share our programming as much with the Boys and Girls Club and the YWCA and the Guadalupe Centers, and just our great neighbor partners that help us to provide scouting and make it available to any boy or girl that is interested in Lubbock.
Fantastic, Nathan. We will link to y'all's website so that people can go and check it out and figure out how they want to get involved. But I think so much, y'all are such a volunteer-driven organization, and I know that your Scoutmasters and everybody has been really involved in making sure that kids still have access to scouting and all those things that are encompassed in scouting over the last several months, and we'll continue to do that. We're glad that you're getting the outing back in scouting and getting back outdoors, and I know that's important right now too, and important for kids' mental health for them to be getting outside too. So all fantastic stuff. So thanks so much for your time today, Nathan. I appreciate you jumping on with me.
You bet. And just let me say thank you to the United Way and all the support that we get, not only for the Scouts but for all of us that are community partners in the South Plains. And just a quick shout out and a thank you to all of our volunteers as well. And in these trying times trying to do everything at home and still finding a way to deliver scouting or deliver, for any other worthy cause, and just keep our kids safe and having fun and all those things. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the true nature of the South Plains, folks, right? We get together and we take care of one another, and we keep doing the great things that we're doing during the middle of a pandemic, during the middle of the world gone crazy, during the middle of life changing and all of us waking up to different realities almost every day. So thanks to all of you, South Plains. Thanks to you for your support for United Way and our community partners. And we will be back soon with some more updates. Thank you.